Let's talk Rampage. First match of the night was beautiful. We had Ray Fenix versus Commander. These two guys tore the house down. Now, at first, I was a little bit concerned because I was like, man, their styles are very similar and it might make the match boring. However, it does kind of seem like that at first where their styles are really similar, but then throughout the match you get to see them broaden their abilities in the ring. So things got so much better. And you know what? For two luchadors in the ring, unlike what I saw with ROH yesterday with Gravity and Gringo Loco, I didn't feel like they were waiting to get in position to do moves. I didn't feel like, that they were hesitating or anything like that. Everything seemed to flow really, really well with Commander and Ray Fenix. So I felt like compared to all the matches that I've seen with AEW and ROH, this is definitely probably one of the top two matches that I've seen this week with them. I really enjoyed their chemistry together. They can even tag together whenever they're not, with Penta or whatever, but they really have great chemistry. And we have Alex Abrahantes, who is the hype man for both of these guys. So he's cheering for both. And sometimes it's like when one of them go for a cover and they're close to winning, he seems excited. And it's like, well, which one are you cheering for? Do you want Commander to win or do you want Ray to win? And I do think that either way, he would have been happy with whoever took the win. Now, Ray Fenix does take the win. I think that was pretty predictable, knowing that the one with the more experience in the ring was going to end up taking the win. But I do think Commander really looked great here. This is one of the better matches from Commander that I've seen in AEW, because I felt like Ray Fenix was someone in the ring that can guide him with direction in the ring, so it doesn't feel like we're waiting to see you guys execute some moves. So I didn't feel like that at all. It's really enjoyable. If you didn't check this out, please check it out. I think it was one of the better matches that we had this week with AEW. Commander, Ray Fenix, they always do a great job. Can't wait to see what happens at the All In pay-per-view, because throughout that match we do have Moxley and Claudio looking like snobby bitches in the back watching that match or whatnot. I don't think they worry about Ray Fenix, but I am definitely worried about the three people that's going to be joining BCC at All In. Up next, we have Aussie Open versus Ethan Page and Brother Zay. And I have to say, I did enjoy this match here. I always love whatever Aussie Open is doing. Well, for the most part, if they're not doing squash matches, they are really, really great. They tag like they're brothers, and they've been fighting with each other since they were toddlers or whatnot, and they just have this chemistry that is something that I don't think I've seen with a lot of tag teams in the past few years. So I really love seeing Aussie Open in the ring. Now, with this match, I did enjoy it. It was great to see Brother Zay back in the ring. He hasn't been in the ring for quite some time, and I do feel like we got to see a lot of great stuff from him. He definitely don't have experience tagging with Ethan Page, and I think that really showed here. Even though they don't have experience tagging together, Aussie Open having tremendous experience with each other definitely played a huge role in this match, which is why they ended up taking the win. And plus, the titles were on the line, so we already knew. The pay-per-view is literally a week away. There's no way these titles are going to change hand. They already got us invested in seeing MJF and Adam Cole versus Aussie Open and possibly getting kangaroo kicks and shit. So there's just no way it was gonna change hands. But we get to see really great things from both Ethan Page and Isaiah Cassidy. But I do think Isaiah looked much better in this match compared to Ethan here. Now Aussie Open takes the win, and after this match we get a challenge from the Hardy Boys, who were previously ROH Tag Champions. They want a shot at the titles out on Dynamite. So we're going to get the Hardys versus Aussie Open. So that's going to be really interesting to see how they go against a younger, stronger team like Aussie Open. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Jeff Hardy, you don't need to be in any more of these little gimmick matches or whatever. That whole thing was so cringy. Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing that match. So we had Sammy Guevara in a squash match against John Cruz. This was short and nothing to really talk about, but I do feel like you're seeing him look more of a babyface after what happened with Chris Jericho and Don Callis the other night. And Sammy definitely seems like he's being more favorable with the crowd. I don't know. It wasn't interesting. Anyway, main event, we had Ruby Soho and Toni Storm versus Hikaru Shida and Sky Blue. I'll be honest, while I don't care too much about the Outcasts, I actually preferred them in this match. They obviously have chemistry with each other since they're in a group, and they've worked with each other, so I feel like as a team, they look better than Sky Blue and Hikaru Shida. And another thing, they have personality. With them being heels, it kind of forces you to tap into, everything that people would want to hate and seeing in you as a heel. So they actually have something to play off of versus Hikaru Shida and Sky Blue. They're just wrestling and you don't really see any personality with them, and it's just kind of boring compared to seeing the Outcasts. We do have Saraya, who's ringside, who is definitely getting involved. Nothing new about that. I was actually hoping the Outcasts would take the win. I felt like they looked better here in this match. However, Hikaru Shida and Sky Blue takes the win. The Outcasts whoop their asses after the match, and here comes Britt Baker to save the day. I actually was not surprised about that. Obviously, they got the whole fatal four-way thing with the women's for the women's title, so it's not surprising to see all those girls out there in the ring. I just really wish it was just more interesting. I wish they could do much more interesting moves in the ring. Sometimes I just feel like women, they come in the ring and they're delicate. They don't want to do the hard stuff or whatnot. If they were to do more and have more interesting move sets, I think that would definitely help. And the personality thing, oh my gosh, a lot of these girls really need that in order to stand out in this division. Either way, I applaud Toni for giving us consistently for maybe like about a month now, having women's matches part of the main event. I do feel like they're trying to make somewhat of a difference to show that they care, but I do feel like y'all gotta do a lot more. Either way, check out the first two matches. I do think they're much more worth it compared to everything else on the card. The show was okay. I think I kind of preferred the vibe tonight a little bit more than Dynamite. Either way, guys, thanks for watching my review. I'll be back with Collision because that's what I'm waiting on. Bye.